All right. So again, welcome to the Sunday Sauce. So this is a reincarnation of the Sunday Sauce. I used to do this way back 2022 when I was totally in Cyprus at the time. So we are bringing this back. So this will be every Sunday, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. If you're outside the country, just convert the 6 p.m. Nigerian time to your own time frame. Now, it's not only going to be Sundays going forward. We are not going to be doing this on Sundays, which will be the market forecast, market outlook for the week. Also, we're going to be doing this every Wednesday, which is a midweek weekly session, whereby we look at what has happened during the week, and then we forecast what's going to happen Thursday and Friday. And then the third edition will be every Friday as well. So every Friday, we're going to be looking at what has happened during the week. Okay, so looking at marketplace. It's called Pips and Profit Fridays, right? So we look at what has played out in the market. If we made profits, we look at how our setup aligned for profit to be made. If we made losses, we look at it as well. And then we learn from the lessons. So Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is going to be this weekly market analysis session. I want to encourage you to be a part of this. It is totally free. And hopefully in these sessions, you get an idea as to how you can start mastering the art of trading in the financial market, right? So either you are a Forex trader, you trade currencies, or you are active in the crypto space. Analysis is the same thing. Market structure in the currency market is the same thing as market structure in the cryptocurrency market, even stocks. All right. So if you're a stock trader here as well, you can also get a lot of value. And the good thing about retail trading is that most of the forex brokers out there right now, they provide CFDs for stocks, right? So you can actually buy shares of Facebook, shares of Tesla in pretty much any brokerage firm. All right. So guys, it's going to be an amazing, amazing time going forward. Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is where we're going to be meeting. All right. So you want to get your trader friends on board. It's free. They're not paying a dime. All right. So it's also going to be a time for you to get answers to your questions. If you want me to analyze some pairs for you, so you can just give me the pair, and then we're going to analyze the pair for you together, spotting profitable setups, right? If you have any questions at all about the financial markets, it's also a time, an opportunity for you to ask your questions, and then I'm going to answer your questions. So even right about now, if you have any questions that you want to ask, just type it in the chat box. If you want me to analyze a particular pair for you, same thing, type that pair in the chat box, and then we're going to do the analysis together. So this should be a 1 hour weekly session. So every week, Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for 1 hour, we're going to be doing this. And I'm I'm pumped up because I want to be seeing a lot of testimonials springing forth from these sessions, people catching trade ideas and people making money. All right. So let me give you a very, very practical reason why you should take these weekly sessions seriously. Now, I've been trading in the financial market for a while now, and one major thing that we should know as traders is that there are two basic things that guarantee you profit or loss in the market. We are just here to buy and sell, really, right? The skill set that you need to learn is the skill set to know when to buy and when to sell, right? It is not only about doing your technical analysis or charts, right? You can be very correct when it comes to analysis. You can spot the best zones. You can predict the market direction. But if you enter at the wrong price for either a buy or a sell, even though your bias is right, you will be wrong, okay, because you did not enter at the right price. So it's very, very important that you enter with precision in the market. Okay, precision is all that is. Okay, and I'll be giving you an inside look into how I trade. You don't have to trade the way I trade, but I want to recommend that you consider the way I trade, because this is how I'll be spotting setups for you. Okay, but I'm taking you into my system, a very, very simple system. I used to have a robust way of trading. Okay, but now I've distilled my trading to like 3-step framework. Okay, so what it means is that it is easy for me to know my setups. It's easy for me to take trading decisions. Okay, so let me just go straight into, let's go straight into what we have today. Okay, because of time. If you want me to trade any currency pair for you, just type it in the chat box and then I will do just that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to start with uh, the most popular pair, right? So that's either the GBPUSD or the EURUSD. So let me start with EURUSD. Okay, so let's start from there. While I'm speaking, right? If you have any currency pair or indices or commodity that you want me to analyze for you, just type it in the chat box and then I'm going to analyze it for you. Now, this is what I do when I'm analyzing, and it's also something that you should also consider doing. Now, you want to start your analysis from the higher time frames. It's very, very important, right? So you can start from, let's say, the weekly time frame or the daily time frame. Now, the reason why you are doing this is because you want to understand the bias of the market, okay? The market direction, really. Now, when you look at this weekly time frame, this is the weekly time frame. Okay. Now, somebody take a look at this chart and let me know, what is the market direction? Is the market bullish or bearish? Let me know if we have some students here, all right, students of the market. Is price currently bullish or bearish? Merely looking at the market structure. Okay, someone should type your response in the chat box. I'd like this class to be engaging, so it's a learning class. Okay, we are here to learn together. All right, what do you think about the market direction? Do you think the market is bullish or do you think the market is bearish? This is Euro USD on the weekly time frame. Okay, who's going to go first? Don't worry about being right or wrong. Okay, just give me what you think the market is. Kenneth said is bullish. Okay, Kenneth said bullish. Who else thinks Kenneth is correct? This is on the weekly time frame. Okay, who else has a different opinion to Kenneth? Lamidi Idris, I know you're a trader. Okay, what do you think about the market? Is the market bullish or bearish? Caleb, Brainerd, Mr. Day, is market bullish or bearish? Now, let us look at it together. All right. Now, when you look at what's going on here, let me take my 2 here. Now, over here, you see the market, what, in a downtrend like so, correct? And what happened was a correction and price breaking this. Okay, other flow sheet. You can see this like so. And the market doing this. This is, and what later happened is price breaking this higher low here like so. Okay, and the move, other flow sheet, price broke this. Currently, we have price retracing into this supply zone here. Now, this is the supply zone. You can see price getting to that imbalance there. Okay, and this is actually a bearish market on the weekly time frame. The strength is with the sellers. Price is currently reacting to a supply zone, right? And if you also look at the internal structure, okay, the internal structure on the weekly, this is internal structure like so. Okay, and what has price done so far? Let me zoom this in. Okay, what has price done so far on this internal structure? This higher low, can see has been broken by this week. Because it's an internal structure, we can categorize this as a break. Price is currently retracing, which is why you see that last week you can see drop on Euro USD, on GBP USD. Price is currently at a supply here. All right, so on the weekly time frame, the strength is with the sellers. The strength is at the supply zone. So what that should tell you is that your best bet is to look for sell opportunities in the market. Okay, so that's the best thing that you can do for yourself. If you are looking for a buy, okay, you are not on the right side of the market. So that is what the weekly is telling us. But of course, you won't take your entry on the weekly. Let's work our way down to the daily. All right, and then let's just find consistency on the daily. All right, this is the daily time frame. Okay. All right, this daily time frame, and then you can see price has broken this internal structure here. You can see price giving us this bearish move like so on the daily. Okay, let me work my way down to the 4 hours. Now, my system for trading, let me just give my system so far. What do I trade with? Okay, how have I made trading very, very simple for me? The simplest thing I use is, number one, I look for the market structure, okay, which I've done. Market structure, I try to find the direction of the market. Then when I do so, I now look for supply and demand. Supply and demand zones. Okay, so I usually look for this on the 4-hour time frame or the 1-hour time frame. So when I find a supply and demand zone on H4 or H1, my entry time frame is always the 15 minutes. So I look for entry on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so I use a particular artificial intelligence tool called the Trade Whisperer. So I use an AI to help me spot entries, and then for my entries, I also use Fibonacci for entry. I'm going to show you a classic example. So I'll show you a few trades that I took last week. Okay, so I caught a trade on CHF JPY on Friday, a buy, and then I caught on GBPUSD as well, and I also caught on USD CAD. So I'll show you a couple of my personal setups last week as it aligns to this strategy. Now, but let's move on. This is outlook for the week. So what is Euro USD going to do this coming week? Okay, what are we expecting? What are we expecting the market to do on Euro USD? Now, this is a 4-hour time frame. As you can see, the market is bearish, as you can see. Okay, this is a bearish market. Now, so far, so good. If I want to just measure this impulse move here from top to bottom using Fibonacci, this is an impulse leg. All right, we should expect price retrace towards this golden zone here. That's a 50% zone, or this. Now, for students of SMC, you will see that there is an imbalance here. So right now, there are two zones I'm expecting price to retrace to. So I want price to retrace either into this zone, or if price should get into this particular zone. All right, so these are zones this coming week that we're expecting action. Okay, first zone and second zone. Okay, so why am I interested in these zones? You will see imbalance here. Okay, price always retraces to an imbalance. Okay, the price market needs to balance itself out. So there's need for price to come back and mitigate this. So this is a supply zone. This is also a supply zone. Okay, so when price is bearish, you are looking for supply. So like I said, market structure is the first thing. I've seen that the market is bearish. That's my step one. When the market is bearish, step two is to look for supply and demand zones. In this case, because it's a bearish market, I'm going to look for supply, and these are my immediate supply zones. All right, so this is what I'm interested in, this zone. So once price will trace into this zone, right, I'll be looking for sell opportunities on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so guys, whatever system that you are trading with, you want to mark out these zones on your charts as well. Okay, these are interesting points of interest for you to start looking for setups. Okay. Yes, Mr. Joshua, I'm recording this. Let me just confirm. Yes, I'm recording it. All right. So I would send the recording to everybody either tonight or early tomorrow morning so that we can go over it. So that's my take on Euro USD. All right. Now, before I go further, to make this session interesting and to let you know how valid what I'm doing is, let me just quickly go and let me show you what happened last week. I'll just take like 2 examples, how my trading strategy, how effective it is, and why you should take what I'm telling you seriously. So just give me a second, let me log in. So I trade on a VPS. Let me log in. Share. All right, guys. I'm sharing a particular screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. You should be able to see a yellow and blue candlesticks. If you can see yellow and blue candlesticks, please type in a 1 in the chat box. I just changed the interface. Let me know if you can see what I'm saying. Please type in a 1 in the chat box if you can see it. Good, thank you. So that means we are good to go. Good. Now, I want to show you what happened last week. So, good. So this is GBP, this is CHFJPY. So let me just use this particular example. Okay, and then we'll move on. I don't want to waste our time. So very, very simple system that I trade with. And anybody can trade with this and be profitable. All right. So let's look at CHFJPY on the 4-hour time frame. I'll just be quick. All right, so this is CHFJPY on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Now, what is the market doing? Let me zoom this out. All right. Over here, you see that as of Friday, the market was in a demand zone, like so. Okay. We can see this bullish move and then price retracing into this block of demand right here. All right. So this right here is a demand zone. So once price gets into that demand, I told you that my particular system is to look for entries on the 15 minutes. So over here, this is on Friday. Okay, I'm going to go to, so let's just check the time. So price retraced into this zone 22nd of March around 8 a.m. Okay, so that one is Friday. So on Monday, Friday morning. All right, so my goal is to look for entries on the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, around 8 a.m. So 8 a.m. is around this time. Okay, so somewhere here, let me put a line here. So somewhere around this, where this red line is 8 a.m. But mind you, I told you that I use an AI tool. It's an indicator that gives me a signal as to when I should be looking to take entries. So this is a trend, it's a trend-based indicator that I use for trigger. Now, I don't take entries when the indicator comes on board. It's a confirmation for me. And I want to recommend, guys, if you're using indicators here, only use indicators as a confirmation of your bias, not as a trigger to take entry. Again, I've been trading over the years and I've used hundreds of indicators in my trading journey. Okay. And my experience with indicators, if you're using indicators as a means to enter a trade, to give you buy entry, you are going to fail. Okay. It's not, I'm not the prophet of doom. Okay. The only way that indicators work is for confirmation purposes only, to confirm your bias. So now my system, I use this particular indicator. It's a premium indicator, right? That gives buy and sell, gives you buy and sell signal. So this is a sell signal and this is a buy. So over here is a buy signal in blue right there. Now, mind you, over here was when the market came into that particular demand zone on H4. Okay, but until this, my indicator tells me it is time to buy. Okay, once this blue candlestick starts showing, okay, it's time for me to set my trigger. And what do I do? Once, let me show you what I do. Let's zoom this in. Okay, so once the trigger comes, what do? I simply use Fibonacci and then I measure the impulse move. Okay, what I mean by measuring the impulse move, all right, simply measure from here. This is the start of the impulse move. This is the end of the impulse move. So you take your Fibonacci and measure from here to here, and I wait for price to retrace into the 50%, into the golden zone, either the 50% or 61.8 to take entries. Okay, so, and then exit. So this is your entry. Okay, so exit is going to be at 0 or at 23.6. And then your take profit one will be at 1. And TP2 is going to be at where? 1.237. So let me show you what I'm talking about right here. Give me a second. Now, hold on, let me try this. So when I take the Fibonacci and then I measure, okay, from here, from the end of the impulse move to the start of the impulse move, all right, you see that price came into the 50%. Let me show you on a clearer chart. Okay, let me show you on, let me see, use this one. So let me go to the 15%, to the 15 minutes time frame here. Guys, let me know if you are following me. Just type in something in the chat, but let me know if you're still with me. So when you look at this, this is a signal. This came in here. So on 15 minutes, this is what we are measuring. Okay, this impulse leg. From this impulse leg to this particular impulse leg. Okay, now what do you see? You see that price retraced exactly into the 50% here. Okay, so I took this trade, I entered here. Okay, my stop loss was at 23.6. TP1 was here. Okay, and then my TP2 was somewhere here. So on this one trade, if you risked, let's say, 1% of your account on this, okay, you'd have made your first TP, you'd have been in profit of about almost 30 pips, your first TP, right? And then your second take profit would have been in profit of about 50 pips. And then you are risking just 16 pips to make 30 pips to make 50 pips. So that's a 1 to 3 or close to 1 to 4 risk to reward right there. Okay, let me show you what happened on GBPUSD. Now I'm showing this just to give you an idea of my system. All right, so that once we start analyzing other pairs, you understand. So let's check out what happened on GBPUSD. So this happened on, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday. GBPUSD. All right. So let's go to the 4 hours on GBPUSD. Let's make this clear. So as at Friday or Thursday, the market was somewhere here. So let us assume that all of this here in blue has not happened. Now you realize that the market over here was in a downtrend. Over here, the market was giving you lower lows. All right. And you can see the market, this right here was a supply. In a bearish market, you are looking for what? You're looking for supply. All right, so this was a supply over here. And what did price do? Price retraced into this particular supply on the 4-hour time frame. So as soon as price did this, okay, what's my next step? My next step is to, once price gets into a supply zone, next step is to look for entries on the 15 minutes. Okay. Now let me go to the 15 minutes time frame on GBPUSD. Hold on. Where's my GBPUSD? Give me a second. Okay. I remember I took this trade. Good. So you can see this particular trade. I even still have it set up here. So let me show you exactly what happened. All right. So this is the move over here. This is that particular supply zone I was telling you about at the top here on the 4-hour time frame. This was the supply zone. Now, ideally, you know, why do I like my trading indicator so much? Is because it gives me the trigger to start looking for entries. Once the market signal, so I'm looking for sales here, right? But when price got to that particular supply, a lot of things were happening. The market was indecisive, right? So my trading indicator gave me the signal, okay, it is time to buy. So once the signal changes to sell, I know that it is go time. And once that happens, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a retracement. So it's just for me to use my Fibonacci. So this is it right here. So I got the sell signal over here. And what do? You simply use your Fibonacci to measure the impulse. So start of the impulse to the end of the impulse. Okay, so what do? I take the Fibonacci tool and I measure. Okay, don't let me assume. How many of us here knows how to use the Fibonacci? If you can use the Fibonacci or you understand Fibonacci, type in yes in the chat box. Let me get some feedback. If you don't know how to use the Fibonacci, type in not yet in the chat box. If you can use the Fibonacci very well, type in yes. If you don't know how to, type in not yet in the chat box. All right, so Christian said not yet. Etrock said yes. Amidi said not yet. Okay. Wale said not yet. Good. So that means one of these days I'm going to have to do a session on Fibonacci. Joseph said yes. So what I'll do, guys, before our next class on Wednesday, what I would do is I'll do a tutorial on Fibonacci, or I should have a training on Fibonacci. I'll just send it to everybody so that you can watch it and get up to speed. But Fibonacci is a very, very important tool that you can have in your arsenal. Okay, it is a tool based on geometry. Now, if you understand how the world operates, okay, the world is simply made up of shapes and numbers, really. Okay, mathematicians would agree with me. You can understand a lot of things when you understand shapes, when you also understand numbers. Geometry is called the sacred geometry. Okay, it's quite deep for the average human mind to understand, so I wouldn't go deep into it. But just know that we serve a God of numbers. Okay, you know, numbers represent lots of things. The number one, for example, in the Bible or in the Quran, 1 represents something, 3 represents something, 5 means something. Okay, God created the world in 7 days. Is it 7 days, 6 days, and rest said is 7th day? Okay, each day had something that was created. So there was day 1, day 2, day 3. All right, and shapes were also. Don't let me go into that, but the market is also based on geometry. Okay, there are different cycles in the market that can be predicted based on geometry. There are psychological zones in the market that can be predicted based on geometry, based on numbers. Okay, support and resistance is also geometry because it's numbers. Now, let me just go straight into application of this Fibonacci. All right, so over here is what we want to do. I'll take my fibs and measure from bottom, from the start of the impulse move to the end of the impulse move, right? And my entry is always going to be at the 50%, which is the golden zone here. You can see the same thing happens. So we took an entry here. You can see price retrace into your golden zone. Okay, your stop loss at 23.6. Your first take profit at 100, second take profit somewhere here, or you can use 161.8. So let's just say bearish minimum, if you understood how to trade this way, potential that you could have made, this happened 21st of March. That's on Thursday, all right? You could have taken a sell from here, okay, with a stop loss of 10 pips, right? Your first take profit, 20 pips take profit. So your first take profit is a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Second take profit is somewhere around here. That's 35 pips. You can see price actually went way down. So if you are someone that knows how to trail your stop loss, you could have caught over 120 pips. And all of this happened in 1 day to 2 days. Okay, so guys, it's powerful what I'm teaching you. All right, it's powerful. All right, so once you can get your hands on this particular indicator, right, I'm going to show you how to use it. Now, this is information for people on my coaching program, okay, and for people in my membership program as well, the academy. All right. So they have access to the indicator. Some even have access to the expert advisor as well. So if you're interested in getting this indicator, right, it's just $100, right? So you can just send me a message and to get your copy, okay? So let's go into analysis, okay, for the week, guys. So it's time for you guys to drop the currency pairs that I want me to check out for the week. All right, so we've talked about what's going to happen on Euro USD. Once price gets into these zones, I'm going to be taking entry on 15 minutes. Okay, how many of us are trading for the week? Okay, what pair are you trading this coming week? Send it to the chat box. So let me check out what's going on gold. I know some people like to trade gold. So let's check out gold. Etrox said GPUSD. Okay, so let me check. I think we just did GPUSD. So let's do it. It's going to be quite similar. Okay, so right now, Euro USD and GBPUSD are correlating. Okay, they are pretty much moving the same way. So on GBPUSD, the market is also bearish. So I'm looking at, these are my points of interest, this supply zone here. Okay, and also I'm looking at this supply zone over here. So if price should retrace into this, if price should retrace into this zone, I've been looking for an entry because already the market is bearish. So there's a retracement into a supply. Okay, so I just need to get a confluence on the 15 minutes time frame to take an entry for a sell. All right, or if price should retrace into this swing supply here, I'm looking for a sell. Okay, if this happens, if guys mark my word, if price for any reason get into this zone, the drop, guys, is going to be a massive drop because we already saw what price is doing on the weekly time frame. The price is bearish on the weekly time frame. Okay, so we should see very, very good setups. So as setups align, what I'm going to do for the community is I'm going to be posting trade ideas in terms of entry. So I trade using pending orders most of the time. All right, so that means a lot of you guys can be a part of my trade setups. All right, so I'm going to be sending the analysis and entries on some of my trades for the week so that you can also be a part of it. Okay, so Etrog, that is what we have for GBPUSD. Okay, quite it's a textbook setup right there. Okay, Joseph said gold. Good. So let's check out gold. I don't trade gold. Okay, but the same thing happening, guys. Same thing happening. Now, this is gold on the 4-hour time frame. Obviously, as you can see, the price, the market is bullish. The momentum of gold is bullish. And when you check gold, let me check gold on daily, weekly, you see that bullish momentum, that bullish trend. You can see gold is bullish on daily. Let's check weekly. You can see gold is bullish on weekly, bullish on daily. All right. Price about to do a retracement on 8 hours. Let's see. Okay, I can't check 8 hours. 4-hour time frame. What's gold doing on 4 hours is bullish. Price has broken the BOS. There's currently a retracement on 4 hours. So in a bullish market, guys, what are you looking for? Okay, give me feedback in the chat box. In a bullish market, are you looking for price to retrace into a demand zone or a supply zone? Okay, let me know if you understand structure. In a bullish market, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a demand zone or a supply zone? Okay, let me get some feedback from you guys. In a bullish market, are you looking for price to? Good. TG said demand. Perfect. Okay. In a bullish market, you look for entries in a demand zone. In a bearish market, you look for entries in a supply zone. All right. So this is what the market is doing. All right. So this is a demand zone on gold. Okay. So from Friday is when you should have been looking for entries on the 15 minutes. So let me go to my trading system and let's see if price has given us entry yet. Give me a second. Let me do this real quick. Oh my God. Guys, so you've been saying, okay, good. I did it well. New share. Good. So you should be saying this. So let's check out gold on my trading system. Give me a second. I'm going to add gold to this. Gold is XAU, right? Oh, I have gold already. All right, so this is gold. That was a gold on the 15 minutes time frame. So I've added my trading system. Guys, you guys, look at this. Okay, good. So you will see that gold on 15 minutes based on my trading system at the particular supply. Let me show you the supply. Price hasn't given us a buy entry yet. Give me a second. Let me draw a line there. Okay, this is the supply here. It's somewhere around here. Okay, between here and here. So when price came into that particular supply, you will see that we've not seen, based on my entry confirmations, what I'll be looking for right now is a buy signal to show here. All right, so that means we are still very much on course to see an entry on gold from me this week. So as soon as this aligns, I'm going to send the setup. So once my trading system tells me that it is time to buy, and how will it tell me that this buy setup is going to come up? Now, you can see why it's important not to just follow indicators, because it's telling you to buy. You just don't buy, right? You can see that I'm looking for those buy and sell at specific zones, at demand and supply zones on higher time frame. So indicators, if you're using indicators, you find lots of false setup. For example, this is a false entry. You can see if you have entered here, you would have missed out. This is a false setup. If you have entered here, you would have missed out. But we're looking for the indicator to align at important zones like a demand zone and a supply zone. So now, once I see a signal for a buy, that's my trigger to go look for entry with my Fibonacci. So let me show you what I'm going to do. Okay. So once this aligns, I'm going to take my Fibonacci tool, all right, measure from the start of the impulse to the end. Okay. Let's say this is what price is doing. As soon as price retraces into the 50%, this is my trigger for entry. What I would have done is to just set a pending order for a buy limit at this zone. All right. I'll put my stop loss between 223.6 and 1. Right. First take profits will be here. Second take profit will be at 1.618 or 1.237. All right. So as soon as this aligns for the week, I'm going to attempt to send you the signal. Okay. Mr. Who asked this question on gold? Let me see. Mr. Joseph. Is it Mr. Joseph? Mr. Joseph, yes. So that's what we have on gold. So you are waiting now for the trigger to happen. All right. I can only show you how I trade. There are different ways to take entries, but this particular zone is a good zone to look for entries. All right. So if your setup aligns at these zones for a buy, you can be rest assured that you are more likely to be in profit. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's check out another pair, guys. Let's send another pair in the chat box. Which pair do you want to check out again? TG said, how do you set two TP1 and TP2 in a single entry? So it's called twin trading. All right, TG. So in a nutshell, what you would do is, hold on, let me go to my trading view. All right, so TG. Now, TG asks a very, very important question. How do you set TP1 and TP2? So based on your risk, if you have an entry on a trade and you want to take let's say 0.5 as your lot size, okay? So to use TP1 and TP2, you have to do something we call twin trading. All right, so that means you're going to break that entry into two positions. So is either you break 0.5 to 2. Either you do 0.25 and 0.25, or you do 0.3 and 0.2, however you want to do it, okay? So you have two positions that will be running. So on this first position, you use your TP1 as your take profit, right? In this second position, okay, second position, you use TP2. For some reason, I can't get my cursor here. Okay, so second position, you use your TP2. Okay, it's as simple as that. Is that clear, TJ? So that's how you do TP1 and TP2. Or what you do is you open one position, okay? Or what you do is you open one position. Let me show you, because I also do this. Okay, open one position, okay? And then you leave your TP open, okay? But you have to be on the chart. When price gets to your TP1, what do? You close partial. You close partial profit. Okay, this is done manually on your MT4 or 5 terminal. Okay, so when you close partial profit, you can close, let's say 0.25. Okay, when price gets to your TP2, then what do? You close the remaining profit, close the remaining position, and then voila, that's how it works. All right. So let's take one more pair, and then we'll call it a day. So let me get that feedback from you. Which pair do you want me to check out before we round up this session? Let me know also if you are getting value from this session. Just type in value in the chat box. If you are learning something, if you are seeing the possibility in the market, type in value in the chat box. Let me know if you are with me. Okay, good. All right. Who else is getting value from this? Joseph, Christian, TG. Okay, perfect. So let us check out our last pair. I want it to come from you. Which pair? TG said USD JPY. All right, USD JPY. Okay, this is one of my favorite pairs to trade. Very beautiful pair, by the way. All right, so as always, what do? Your major headache when it comes to trading in the market is to figure out market structure. Once you understand market structure, guys, the work is half done. All right, you are most likely going to take possible profitable trades. Now, this is the weekly time frame on USD JPY. Okay, and what do we see on the weekly? Over here, we can see liquidity forming here like so. Okay, you can see double tops here. And what it means is that there is liquidity sitting here like so. Okay, a lot of institutional traders, okay, have stop loss here. So some have stop loss here, some have pending orders for buy stop at this particular top. All right, so there's going to be some form of manipulation in this region. okay, this week stroke next week or next 2-3 weeks, a lot of retail traders are going to lose money trading USD JPY because there's going to be lots of liquidity grabs here. So, and you can see over here, based on this move here, okay, the market is giving you a bullish setup over here. So what it means is that price is going to give us a new high, like so. This is what I'm talking about. This is a bullish move. That's impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction. Okay. Price is going to break this previous high very soon to give us a high. So we're looking at price to give you this bullish move. All right. And then you see a retracement for the continuation of the move. Okay, so that's what I see happening on USD JPY. Let me make it bigger for you. So if price should break this high, the retracement is going to be over here. There's an imbalance here that price needs to mitigate. Okay, so if price should get here in the future, this is a sweet zone to look for buy opportunities. All right, but this is the weekly time frame. We can't take entries on the weekly time frame, but this time frame has given us an idea into the projections of the market, so you know where the market is going. So let's work our way down to the daily time frame. Now, on the daily time frame, what do you have? You can see we have a correlation with the bullish move. Daily time frame on this structure, what can you see? You can see bullish price has already given you a high on the daily time frame. You can see, so daily time, so weekly time frame price is bullish, daily time frame price is also bullish. All right, so if we're going to see a retracement on this daily time frame, we should see price retrace into this particular demand zone here, rally base rally. So this is a continuation pattern demand zone here. Okay, so price will come and mitigate also this imbalance here. So possible move the next coming days on UJ, we want to continue in this bullish trend. So we want to look for buy opportunities. And in a bullish market, you're looking for price to retrace into a demand zone before you look for buy, before you start buying. And the nearest demand zone is what we've highlighted here. So you want price to retrace into the demand. When price gets here, you look for buying opportunities over here. Okay, but that's the daily time frame. Let's check out what's going on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, let's see if there's a correlation over here. Now, so two things that you can do. There is these things you learn in my premium class. There is major structure, and there's also what we call internal structure. Now, why am I saying this? If you know the direction of the market, that price is possibly going to retrace into this particular demand, then there's nothing stopping you from actually, give me a second. Okay, there's nothing stopping you from looking for sell opportunities, okay, into this zone, okay, on the lower time frame. I hope that makes sense. So if you see a counter trend or a pro trend on a lower time frame, that will help you follow the move into this demand zone. Okay, take it. All right, so let's see if you can something like that. Now, when you look at this, there's an internal structure here, guys. Okay, it might not be clear on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, price is also, okay, price has given us a sign that there's about to be a retracement on the 4-hour time frame. And why am I saying that? If you look at this previous high over here, okay, let me draw an horizontal line. You see that price has broken this high. Okay, price has broken this high over here. So this is a new high, like so. Okay, and then price giving you a new high, and then you are seeing internal structure. Let me go to the 1 hour time frame. You should be clearer on the 1 hour time frame. Good. Now, price has given you a new high, just a week. There's been a liquidity grab here, like so. And you can see internal structure over here is bearish. Over here is a supply that you can use to follow the market all the way down into, oops, give me a second, into this demand zone, like so. All right. So if you know that this has happened, UJ on the 1 hour time frame on internal structure, you can see this is a sign that the market wants to retrace. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. On 1 hour time frame, you can see this bullish structure here, like so, price giving you a high. Okay, and what has happened over here? The structure has changed. You can see price has given you evidence that it wants to change direction. You can see this break, retracement has given you a lower low. Okay, it has retraced again into this particular supply. Okay, so let's trade what the market is giving us. So on this internal structure, we are seeing signs that price wants to use it to retrace. All right, so if I go to, so I've seen a supply zone that I would like to take entry on. So what I would do is I'll go to my trading system on the 15 minutes time frame. I now want to start looking for sell opportunities here. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let me open my VPS in a second. And what I'm going to do is, let me just share the desktop. All right, we can all see the chart, right? So let me go to USD JPY. I think I have it open. UJ. Okay. All right. So already, so this is what we're talking about here. Okay, I took some entries here already. Hold on. Nope. All right. So this is where we are on UJ. And guys, I'm going to give you a very, very risky entry here. If you can take it when market opens, but ensure that you take this entry when the spread is not a bit high. So this is where we are. Let me draw it here. Okay. This is UJ. If you draw your 4 hours, you should see something like this. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So on 15 minutes, all right. So now we are looking for sell here. Don't forget. Now let me go back to my system. And on my system, price has already given us, excuse me, price already giving us that sell. Okay, that sell that sell signal. You can see price has changed to the sell. The sell is the yellow. Okay. Now, what I typically do when price has given me something like this, okay, the ideal entry, okay, was this place at first. Okay, we would have taken entry here. You can see would have made lots of profit going down. But second entry is what we're trying to do right now. So what I typically do is to use my knowledge of break of trends. So let me show you. We already have a signal to sell. So my AI system has given me that, okay, the trend is still bearish. I can still enter this trade. So let me show you what I do typically in these scenarios. And I think it's still a very, very good entry. Okay. So this is price on the 15 minutes. And what do? I look for a break of a trend. And in this case, I can see a trend here. All right. So price broke this trend. Okay. It took out people's stop loss. Retracement. So what do? I measure impulse move from here. I use Fibonacci to measure the impulse move from here to here. And then what do? I wait for price to retrace and then I take entry. So let me do that. So with Fibonacci, let's measure from here to here. Okay. So if you are a forex trader that understands risk, as soon as market opens, guys, okay, this is a trade setup that you can take when market opens. So somewhere around Asian session is going to start around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. If you're still awake in Asian session, you can take your entry. Guys, this particular trade, I kid you not, I'm going to take it. If I lose, I lose. Okay. This trade is right for entry, guys. You can take entry when market opens. Okay. I put my stop loss because spread will be high at market open. So this is, let me just put about 5 pips stop loss. And then I'm going to be targeting first take profits is going to be 9.4 pips. Second take profit either 1.272 or 1.6. So let's just put it as here, for example. So possible profit potential conservatively on this trade, it should give you 1 to 3.3 risk to reward. All right, so that means you can risk 1% to make 3% profit. If you're a high risk trader, you can risk 5% of your capital. And then on this one trade, you can make 15%. I'll be very, very interested in seeing how this particular setup plays out. Okay. How many of us will take this trade? So what you can do, guys, as soon as the market opens, trade it. Okay. Risk a small portion of your account on this trade. Okay. If you don't have the courage to take it on a live account, take it on a demo account. How many of you are strong enough to take this trade? Type in yes in the chat box. Let me see if we have some traders here. How many of you believe in this trade setup? I believe in it. I'm going to be taking it, and I'll show you my proof. Okay, on Wednesday. Okay, whether I lose, it's fine. If I win, I'm very, very happy. Nobody wants to take it. Okay, TG said yes, clear setup, perfect. Who else will take this trade? Guys, this is what the Sunday Sauce is about, guys. It's about spotting profitable opportunities. And I'm so lucky that we checked out this pair. All right. We have something that we can trade as soon as market opens. All right. So for people here that are trading prop firm, if you are returning prop firm, you can take a very small risk on this trade. Risk a small percentage of your account, maybe 0.5% or 0.3%, okay, on this trade. And then when you make profits or you make a loss, feel free, send it to me. Send it on our community, right? I'll be sending the link to join our Telegram community. I'm thinking of doing a WhatsApp community or Telegram. Which one do you prefer, guys? A WhatsApp community or Telegram, where we can post trade ideas, where you can ask questions. Which one works best for you guys? WhatsApp or Telegram? Okay. So Samson said WhatsApp. Mr. said WhatsApp. Okay, good. Who else is good? So Samson said WhatsApp. Telegram is too crowded. Good. So what I'm going to be doing tonight. So we have more people saying WhatsApp. Good. So I'm going to create a WhatsApp group tonight. And I'm going to send the link for us to join the WhatsApp group together along with the replay of this session. So in that WhatsApp, we can interact. You can send me screenshots. If you take this trade, so send me screenshots of your results. Okay, it's fine, guys. We cannot always win all our trades in Forex. Okay, winning, losing is part of trading. Winning, failure is part of success. So we win most and then we lose some. So I'm not scared to lose, all right? And you shouldn't be scared as well, okay? One major fear that you must conquer if you want to be a successful trader is a fear of loss. You cannot escape it, right? The best trader in the world, if that person exists, is not someone that doesn't lose trades, right? He's someone that is confident losing trades because he knows that his winners will be more than the losers. All right. So guys, I'm so excited that we're able to catch this setup. It's prime. It's a prime entry. Prime entry. I'm super excited that this is. All right. So let us stop here. Let us stop here. We're gonna continue this session on Wednesday, which is our midweek analysis session. So we're gonna take a look at what has happened so far on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay, and then we're gonna also do forecast for the rest of the week. That's for Thursday and for Friday. Okay, so Wednesday is going to be 6 p.m. Nigerian time on Wednesday. All right, so you can come with your questions, come with your analysis, and then we'll take a look at the market to get that. All right. So guys, I've had an amazing time. I hope you had fun, guys. Okay, again, give me some feedback. If you got value, guys, type in value in the chat box. I've got value. I love to share. I love to share my analysis. I love to share value. If you've learned a thing or two tonight, type in value in the chat box. And let me just reiterate a few things. If you're interested in learning how I trade, again, my trading system is such that anybody can master it within the space of 2 weeks. All right, you can master the trading setup, and I can teach you personally. If you want to get access to my trading indicator that gives me signals to the right time that I should be taking entries, all right, you can get it. It's not free, all right. It's going for just $100, and that is lifetime access. So if you're interested in that, you can chat me up to be a part of it. For people here that want to join my academy, you want to learn how I trade, you want to be able to analyze the market, how I do it, you want to see the market through my eyes, you want to go to any chart and be able to understand exactly what's going on, how to spot profitable setups, all right, I'm going to give you access to my course. All right, so the course is $200 only. All right, and that will give you lifetime access to the course. For those people that say, I don't want anything online, right? I want something one-on-one, either virtual one-on-one or physical one-on-one, all right? So I also run a one-on-one coaching program, which is a 3 to 6 month coaching program. Is the most intensive experience that you have with me. All right. So for 3 to 6 months, I'm literally downloading everything I know into your mindset about the market. Okay. About the market. And at the end of the 3 to 6 months, I'm going to be giving you access to $3,000. Okay. So you have $3,000 of prop firm account that you can start trading. Once you trade the money, right, you keep 70% of the profit. Right. So my one-on-one coaching is $1,000 only. All right. So if you're interested, you can reach out to me personally. All right. I can give some people here, fast action takers. If you're interested and serious about the one-on-one program, reach out to me within now and tomorrow evening, I can give you access to pay $700 instead of $1,000. So you can save $300, which is about 500K. So you're saving 500,000 naira to be a part of it. So guys, all the best this week. I wish you all the very best. More pips, more profits. It's going to be a profitable week for each and every one of you. I'm going to set up the group tonight so that we can engage on the group. We can continue the conversation on the group. So if you have any questions, analysis that you want me to help you make, just post it on the group and then we'll just interact and then we just engage. All right, guys, I'm signing out right now. I wish you all the very best. God bless you. And this week, may the market be with everybody. We shall end this week in profit by the grace of God. Let me start prophesying now. All right. You will not end this week in tears in the market. Right. You will end up smiling. Okay. To the bank. This week you shall make withdrawals from your accounts by the special grace of God and by the mastery of your skills. Okay. So guys, have a good one. God bless you. Cheers.